guys, welcome back to another video. This is all my scooter parts that I have collected and broke throughout the years. So I'll give you a quick run through what we have. There are a lot of parts here. Mostly decks, I just realised. Yeah. Alright, so throughout the years I've had a lot of scooters. This isn't all my parts because I have 2 scooters built up that I use. So yeah, but this is the majority of them. So we're going to start at the very end. A VX3 Ninja MGP deck. This is, I don't even know how many years old, but as you can see I used to have an obsession with grinding curbs. The whole bottom of the deck is just fucked. And this is before integrated headsets were a thing. If you rode a deck that didn't have an integrated headset, you knew the struggle of trying to put in new headset cups. See, I rode this deck for about half a year before I upgraded. Well, not really upgraded, but I got a new deck. I got a Grit Invader, don't even know what year deck, but this one, unintegrated as well. This one got even more fucked than the other deck in terms of grinding. It never had a break, but yeah, I got this off Neil Long, shout out Neil Long, back in the good old days. So I have one more deck that's not integrated. A Bestival Wolf B4 booster, purple. This came all the way from Spain. My nanny came home from Spain with a scooter for me, and this was the deck off it. This one got extremely abused by curbs as well. I think the reason I gave up on this was because I got a new scooter for Christmas actually, and that's why I stopped using this deck. But this deck actually feels really light for like how old it is. This is about 3.5 years old. But yeah, I really like all the scooters that I've had through the years. This was probably one of my favourite decks that I ended up snapping. This was the first deck I ever snapped. An AOS V3 Max Peter signature deck with some English flag grip tape. But yeah, I actually snapped this at the back. And if you're wondering why it's so beat up, the day I snapped it we were all in the skate park and we decided we were going to fuck it around the park. So the headset cups are extremely dented. And yeah, this got absolutely destroyed that day. I used to love this deck. I think I rode it for like 3.5 months before I snapped it. But yeah, it was a great deck. We'll go to the deck I got after that, which... What deck? That's not here. But we'll go to the next deck that I fully snapped. Chrome Fasten Raven deck, which snapped right at the head shoe. This one got extremely beat up as well because I got angry when I snapped it. But yeah, this deck was so good and I was really depressed when I snapped it because I used to love this deck. But yeah, it's the second deck I ever snapped and it's probably one of the best decks I ever rode. We'll go next to the Rilla Pro Scooters deck. I splatter painted this one myself. There's actually not much wrong with this. There's a few cracks in it and that's pretty much it. The sides here are, this side's really bent in, so it's hard to like tighten a nut or whatever on it. But yeah, I still ride this the odd time, but there's a load of cracks in it, so probably wouldn't last long. Now probably the only deck in this lineup that I could still use, my Sacrifice Akishi deck. The back wheel is stuck on there because the nut is rounded inside of the insert, so it's just not coming out. So I'll probably have to cut the axle or something. But yeah, I love this deck. It's pretty heavy, like, so I'll probably put it on a street setup or something, but I do really like it. There's nothing wrong with it except the fact that the nut's rounded in there. Next we have, if anyone knows Dylan O'Connor, this is his blue VX4 Extreme deck. This is quite old now. I could ride this, but there are 2 cracks at the back axle, and everyone knows with a Mad Gear, those cracks do not last long. But yeah, this deck is pretty good. I rode it for maybe 2 weeks because Dylan sold a scooter to me, so I rode this. Probably one of my favourite decks that I've ever had, my Camouflage Limited Edition MFX. This was number 98 out of 500. I was in love with this deck. And the reason I stopped riding it was because there's 2 cracks in the back here as well. And the brake bolts are like dented in. But yeah, I absolutely love this deck and I used it for the longest time. But sadly, everything comes to an end. Alright, where we go to next? Okay, so we're gonna go to wheels now. This is a Neochrome Fasten Raven wheel, and as you can see I wore this down so much. I use these wheels for maybe 6 months in a row, and it's got some sushi firecracker bearings in there which don't spin anymore. But yeah, I got 2 pairs of these because I got a Fast and Raven complete for Christmas 2 years ago maybe. Yeah, Christmas 2015. The other wheel is stuck on the Akishi deck, but I still use these wheels the odd time. I just need to replace the bearings because these bearings are really fucked. Alright, I have 2 slam plastic core wheels for one reason. This is 100mm, this is 110mm. When I went to Reckless one day, I broke the bearings in my wheel, and because it was a metal core wheel and the bearings weren't coming out, I bought the 110 wheel for €12. Then I went to Reckless a few weeks after that and I dehubbed that same wheel, so I bought a 100mm wheel for like a £5. So I still have these, they're in good condition. Like I'll probably just go to the skate park at the weekend, maybe give them to some little kid who needs them, because I don't need them anymore. I'm not actually, alright, the other wheel of this is on my second scooter, but this is a VX5 Extreme wheel that I dehubbed, and I rode it without half the rubber on it, so it's all worn down. But yeah, these wheels are so good. This is my first pair of 120 wheels and I love them. Then we get on to my second pair of 120s. Mad Gear VX6 Extreme wheels. And if you wonder what's wrong with these, this one is perfect. I just took the bearings out of it. This one is fully and utterly dehubbed. So I cannot ride this at all. Who wants to see riding a scooter with just the cores? Hit the like button. And yeah, that is all my forks, or wheels. Now we're going to move on to forks. We'll start with these ones. Mgp Mfx Extreme Forks, I think. Yeah, that I hydro dipped. This one didn't turn out too good because all the paint came off. But I bent these at the top tube, or whatever you call it, jumping down a 14 stair, which I have the clip that I'm saving for my edit. So yeah, speaking of my edit, it should be out soon because I have nearly all the clips I need. I just need to get a few more and then it should be out. I can still use these forks, I just choose not to. The next fork, this is the first fork I ever bent. It's a Mad Gear VX, it's a D-Dam fork that Aaron O'Donoghue swapped with me for some blunt CNCs, or NV CNCs. It's the worst deal I ever done. But yeah, I use these because I use them for SCS. They're quite bent, but yeah, it's probably the first pair of forks I ever bent. First pair of forks I ever snapped was a Fast and Raven fork. These forks I used for maybe 3 months and they were so good. They are extremely light and I'm considering buying another pair because I absolutely love these forks. Then I have Mgp Mfx Forks. Everyone told me that buy an Mgp fork, they won't snap. Snapped them in 3.5 months. Yeah. So I was really depressed when these forks snapped because they are such a good pair of forks. Now, these forks were probably my favourite, Sacrifice Cyborg forks that I used in a live stream. But I was doing a live stream in Reckless and ended up snapping my forks doing a bar whip fly out. So that is quite bad. Right, so that's it for forks and wheels. Now we'll move on to clamps. I don't have all my clamps here, these are just the ones I could find. So we have a hydro dipped black Sacrifice clamp, which the hydro dip basically all came off. This clamp, there's nothing wrong with it, I can still use it. Fast and Raven clamp with no bolts in it. Don't know where the bolts went. And then I found this in my bag, that this came on the custom scooter I got with the Max Peters deck. It's a fastened wedge clamp. And the thing that makes this clamp special is the wedges come out. And basically when you tighten the bolts in, the wedges tighten into the bar. So like you cannot use this clamp unless you have the wedges. And the best thing that made it, they came on the Smith Complete, these wedge clamps. So my friend Dara had the Smith Complete and we swapped around the wedges to see what it looked like. But yeah, if you and your friend had these, you could swap the wedges, which is pretty cool. I don't know how many times I just said wedge. District SCS that I hydro dipped, but I can't use because there's no threads on it whatsoever. I should probably get a thread thingy and use this, but the hydro dip turned out really nice on this. I was really happy with it. And I might thread this and use it. I don't know. Now, a Vertex SCS clamp from Aaron O'Donoghue as well. I spray painted this black really badly and I was in the skate park one day and it just exploded out the back. That was a bit upsetting, but yeah. So there's still a bolt in this. I haven't used this clamp in quite a while. Alright, and now we're on to the bars. Alright guys, so for bars I have, starting with these, some white Ethic Dynasty bars that are hydro dipped the top and the bottom. I done hydro dipping one day and I got really into it, so I hydro dipped a load of parts. But yeah, these have some like random purple grips on them. I can still use these, they're just really small, and because there's like an ICS star nut in there, you cannot see it. There's an ICS star nut in there, goes, that's how far I can fit my finger in. It sits like about that much above the end of the fork where it should, so I actually can't really use these that much, but yeah. Next, one of two pairs of MV sole bars that I snapped. I've cut these ones for SCS, so I'm just waiting to get an SCS now. But these bars were so nice. I had two pairs of them, like I said. Snapped one just within 3 months, so I got a warranty pair. Then the warranty pair I snapped in a month. So yeah, I was quite sad when I snapped the other pair because it only lasted me a month. But I recommend these bars to anyone because they are just so nice. They're so light, and I love T-bars. Consider buying another pair, to be honest. Next we have a pair of VX6 or MFX Aerobars. Once again, snapped and cut for SCS. These bars are so light. I do have another pair that I use. Well, I'm going to put them on my scooter now. But yeah, I snapped these bars just after 3 months. And if you didn't know, most scooter companies, they do a 3-month warranty. So I snapped these like it was 4 days outside of the warranty. So unfortunately, Madgear couldn't just look the other way or something. I don't know. But yeah, VX6 bars. They are so light, and I would recommend to anyone. They're just a bit expensive. I think these bars are €90. So that is probably one of the most expensive pair of bars out there. Anyway, here's my other pair that I still use. Just some VX6. Oh, I never went over VX6 grips and this is the other clamp, a Rilla Pro Scooters triple clamp. This clamp's really nice, and these bars are so nice as well. These bars do weigh like nothing. And now I just have some spare pairs of grips. I have them in random boxes for some reason. Okay, these are We the People BMX grips. They have a pretty nice design on them. Shout out Connor O'Toole for these. I'll put his Instagram link on the bottom. Make sure you follow him. He heard that I needed a pair of grips and he just threw them to me. So, sound out. I have these in a Rilla box for some reason. I have like a load of scooter boxes that I still keep. And yeah, we have Blazer Pro grips that I used for the longest time, so they're still worn down. I keep them though because I can use them again. So that is basically all my parts. And just take you down. As you can see, I've got a lot of parts from over the years. So yeah, and now I have to clean all this up. So, alright, you're a bit slanted now. Fix my tripod. There we go. Alright, make sure you like the video if you enjoyed. Comment down below what you want to see next, and make sure you subscribe. Click that little bell so you know when I'm going to be uploading. I upload every Sunday and every Tuesday. Trying to, at least. Keep an eye out for Tuesday's video because I have something good planned. Also, I hit 200 subscribers last week and I'm so happy. I've done it on an Instagram live stream, so if you want to know, if you want to see me do a live stream like during the week, I've got oil on my hands now. Fun. If you want to see me do an Instagram live, make sure you follow me. I'll put it like down here. And also add me on Snapchat, I'll put it down there as well. Links to my Snapchat and Instagram in the description anyway. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.